Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be back on your screen. In my last video, we started out on the wedding planning series. Yes, how to successfully plan for your wedding. Yes, I had my wedding just last year, and I just feel the need to share some of my tips on how I went about planning the wedding from scratch. Yes, like I said in my previous video, sometimes you might not always have the luxury of being able to afford an event planner. And this is not to say that the event planners are not doing an amazing job. They are, but sometimes you are not able to afford them, and you just want to do it all by yourself. So there are ways to go about it, and that's what I started off sharing in my last video. And in this one, I would also be doing a continuation of last of my last video. So if this is something you're interested in, kindly do well to click the subscribe button and like the video. Basically, that's how you help me grow and encourage me as well to do more videos like this if you like it, and also share it with your friends. Probably you have someone in your life who is planning on getting wedded anytime soon. You can share these videos with them, and to just get them abreast on the basics and the major things they will be needing when starting out with their planning, right? So last time we talked about counseling. Yes, if you're wedding in a church, there is counseling. So I made a whole video about the requirements, things that will be demanded of you in the course of your counseling. Today I'll be talking about the very next thing. After you are done with your counseling, you would need funds. In fact, while in the process of counseling, you will be needing to put some money together. And we all know that one of the major reasons why people shy away from marriage and weddings basically is finances. Yes, you see a man who is ready, is of age, but still is not able to um, have a wedding because he's thinking about finances. Where will I get the money? Where will I get the money? But there are ways to go about these things, and you really do not have to break a bank to raise funds for your wedding, right? So today I'll just be sharing a few tips on how to go about it, right? So the first thing is plan within your budget, right? No matter how broke you are, you should have a little something set aside, no matter how little, something set aside to start off with, right? So know your budget, know how much it is you have to dispose of, or at least to dispense in the course of the planning. So just know this is the amount I'll be needing for. This is the budget I have. Okay, so okay, I have just 2 million for this wedding. I might not even have a 2 million, but if I, suss around and everything, I can raise 2 million, and this is all I have for this wedding, right? And your partner would also probably do the same, and then you guys pull heads together to ensure that you guys can, you know, um, have a wedding that is pleasant at the same time, cost friendly, right? Budget friendly. So basically, you are not necessarily supposed to use all your savings to do a wedding or to do your wedding. It is not necessary. Know what is major, right? We know that traditional marriage is major in that you have to get the items on the list of your in-laws and all of that. That is compulsory, like it is non-negotiable, right? Then going to the church to do the wedding, that wouldn't cost you so much either. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I think the major bulk of the money will be going into the reception, right? And I don't know. The reception is, well, it is beautiful to see. It is beautiful to have a reception. But if it's something you cannot afford, these videos I'm making are for people who are not, so financially buoyant. Okay. So if you are someone who has like 10 million, 20 million, 30, 50 million to spend on your wedding, this video is not for you. You can share it with people who, are not exactly financially up there, so to speak, right? They are just struggling and they still want to have a very beautiful wedding. So these videos are for them. This series is for them. Okay, all the money you need is, like I said before, all the money you need should not necessarily come from your pocket. It should not even come from your pocket. In fact, 50% of the money should not come from your pockets. In fact, I dare say 70% of the money should not come from your pockets. Yes, you use OPM, other people's money. Other people's money is what can work in this case. So the very first thing you want to do is to send out invites. These people, you have people like that in your church, for instance. You know, you have them in your church, you have them even in your family, people that would, all those people that have been telling you, when are you getting married, or all of these things. These are the people, them, people who are CEOs, who are executives somewhere. Also put in the fact that you wouldn't mind some financial support from them. People love weddings. People would most likely want to support you, especially when they know that you are someone who is valuable. That's why you have to be a valuable person. So you cannot just see somebody that has money and just run to them without having to have had a prior relationship with them. Right? Relationships are key. Someone who always reaches out to you for one reason or the other, just to say hello, just to say hi, you most likely want to, come through for them when they are in need, as opposed to someone who never says anything and now you want money and then you're coming to their DM. I don't mind if they'll most likely not even answer you. So before then, before the whole marriage stuff, you might want to build a rapport first. Yeah, build a rapport, for a while, maybe like a month. You know where your target is, so but you just start to build a rapport first for like a month or 2 months, and then you now chip in the fact that you're getting married that's much later. So it doesn't seem like you are just a user, basically. So you reach out to such people and invite them for your wedding and ask for support. There is no shame in it. Everybody does it. There is no shame in it, right? So there's a whole lot you need to plan for if you are looking for a regular Nigerian wedding. If you're looking to have a regular Nigerian wedding, okay, because there are some that are not regular. Some people just go to court and call it a day. Some people just do traditional wedding and call it a day. But if you want to go the whole way from court to traditional to white wedding to the reception, you would need a whole lot of money. So this is one way to go about it, using other people's money. People around you, people in your neighborhood and all of that. Then you also want to meet people in your family as well. People in your family, but I'm saying, oh, we want you to get married. You're not married. This is the time. Your friends and family, people who care about you. This is the time they show up for you, right? It's not rocket science. Everybody does this, okay? So don't feel shy, don't feel it's one of those things, but don't put pressure. Don't make it seem like if they don't do it, there is something else that is going to happen, or you feel offended. Just, be friendly about it and be easy basically about it, okay? Also, you need to delegate tasks. If you're planning a wedding, trust me, you will burn out. If you want to do it all by yourself, you will burn out. Not everybody has the mental and emotional capacity to handle such pressure. Not everybody is like me, because I was able to handle it, but you might not be, right? So try to delegate. Say, okay, my sister, you are in charge of food. Anything food, please take care of it, right? You are in charge of clothing, okay? Anything clothing, going to the market to get ashrebi and blah, 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 you are in charge of ashrebi. You, mom, you are in charge of this. This, you are in charge of it. That is how you prevent yourself from running mad, because you might almost want to go mad, right? So that is one other way to go about it. And also try to share your budget with whoever you are delegating, that this is how much I have. So please try to work around it. Okay. Then you also need to choose your vendors wisely. See, makeup artists, they are in different grades. There are some that will do your makeup flawlessly and collect 20K. Another set to collect 2 million, another set to collect 20 million. So there are grades to these things. So if you don't look for the one you can afford, you'll most likely probably use almost half of your budget trying to pay a makeup artist or a photographer. So you have to search, go on Instagram, go on Facebook, look for people around your area, vendors around your area. And trust me, once you can get one vendor, if it's the photographer you can get that is within your budget, he would most likely have a makeup artist friend that he has worked with that would also be within your budget. That makeup artist would also have a caterer who would most likely also be within your budget because they are all in the same circle, right? So just find one vendor, and that vendor would most likely link you with all the other vendors that you need. This is a tip that is invaluable. You better cherish it. You will not hear this anywhere. Before you know what's happening, you have all your vendors at a cost you can easily afford. So that is another way to actually, cut down on expenses for your wedding. And the very last thing, which should also be the first thing, it should be the first thing and the last thing, pray about it. Pray, 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 pray. I don't know how to emphasize prayer without sounding like a broken record. You have to pray about these things. Pray about your vendor. Pray about the hall you'll be using. Pray about so many things. Even I myself, I did not pray enough. That was how my wedding did not exactly turn out the way I would have loved. Everything was in place, but there was lateness, attendance, and so many things that really prevented the day from going as smoothly as it should have. So prayer is key. Prayer is ultimate. Pray before you start. Before you even start preparing anything, pray about it. If you have to go on a fast, go on a fast. If you have to seek people, seek your pastor, people around you to help you pray, please do that. In the course of the preparation, pray. At the end of the preparation, pray. Prayer is key. That's all for today's video. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things, and I really do hope you can share this video with your friends, people who are looking to get married anytime soon. And also do well to subscribe to this channel because there are lots and lots of videos to come. After the wedding series, I'll also be taking you through the pregnancy process, as well as childbirth and delivery, and all of these things are coming up right on this channel, and this is what you want to stick around for. Of course, if this is the kind of content that interests you, you want to stick around and support me to continue to make this kind of videos. Thank you very much again for your time, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Joy Adesuwa here, signing out.